Hey, you right guys, Trace Munters Joe here, and today we are watching and reacting to episode 13 of Glee Season 6, which is of course the grand finale, the final episode of Glee. And to celebrate, I thought I'd show you, I actually got a Glee tattoo. I thought I'd get one just because it's the ending, so did I fuck? Yo, imagine. There are a small selection of TV shows that I've reacted to that I'd maybe get a tattoo of, like maybe Avatar The Last Airbender would be a cool one, and there'd be a few more in there for sure, but would Glee ever be in there? No. I don't know, have you seen these reactions? I don't know if Glee would be in there, but no, we're finally on the last episode of Glee, and I couldn't be happier about it. I'm so ready. I've been ready since, I'd say, towards the end of season 5, or like the second half of season 5. Been so ready to just move on from this show. And season 6, to be fair, has had good moments. I've had a couple of really bad episodes and stories in there for sure, because it's still Glee. But for the most part, I'd say it's a huge step up from season 5, and I'm assuming this episode will still be good. I'm not like going into this episode. I think this finale is like actually kind of benefiting from how bad the last 2 seasons have been, because I'm not going into this finale expecting like a great ending. It would be nice. I'd be happy with a great ending, but if this ends poorly, I'll just be like, yeah, I'm not surprised, kind of thing. So it's like with Game of Thrones, you expected iconic, and Breaking Bad you expected great, and you got that. And it's like with this, I'm just going in with the mindset of we'll see. If they have a good ending, then they have a good ending. That'll be better for it for sure. But I'm not going to be distraught if the ending's bad, let's say that, because most of this show's been pretty bad. As a heads up, I'll be talking about the characters and ranking them, of course, in a ultimate Glee character tier list, where we'll go through not all the characters because we'll be there forever, but you know, the mains and the main side characters. We'll go through and see where they kind of end up at, and you know, kind of compare them to how they were in other seasons. But that'll be fun to do. But I'll talk more about like the show as a whole in this video, and I'll say it's been a ride. It's had its ups and downs for sure. I think most of the positives I can say about this show were definitely, as you guys warned me, and as everyone knows anyway, most of the positives were in seasons 1, 2, and 3. And I'd say a handful of season 4. And then it just kind of went downhill from there. Like even season 4, it's like you start to have some episodes. It was like, what are we really doing here, kind of thing. And then 5 completely lost the ball. I don't know what went on with 5. And then 6 has been bearable. But, you know, characters that I used to love suddenly are just atrocious, and characters I never liked are like somehow decent. It's like there's so many characters here that have so many ups and downs. I can't think of one character that stayed consistently great all the way through. Like, definitely not Rachel, definitely not Finn. Like, they're not even Santana. Like, these are some of my favorite characters. Blaine, no. I can't think of one. Like, every character has pissed me off at some point, and then I've loved them at other points. It's like so. I can't think of a show like this, to be fair, where it's had so many ups and downs between its characters and its storylines. But it's been fun to react to. I will never watch this show again if I'm being honest. Even though I might. Yeah, seasons 1, 2, and 3, they are genuinely really great seasons, and I wouldn't mind kind of seeing some of those, you know, songs and storylines again, and they'll be fun to do. And yeah, we'll see how this ends. Kind of get a general consensus on the show after this. But as a heads up as well, I'm going to be doing in January. I'm going to be doing like a rehaul on the kind of Patreon page, and a few videos I have planned that are going to be like Patreon exclusive are going to be on there. So one of them is going to be like kind of reacting to all the best songs of Glee. I'm not going to put that on YouTube because it'll get blocked instantly. There'll be no point. But there's like 4 Glee type videos I've kind of got in mind for like Patreon exclusive. So you know, they're not going to be up till like January time anyway, because that's when I'm doing like the Patreon rehaul. But that's just kind of like a heads up if you want more Glee content. And by the time this one's on YouTube, actually, it might be kind of closer towards January. So I mean, you might be getting that content soon. But yeah, I thought that'd be fun to do. There's like react to all the best songs, and then like cracked videos, or like just, you know, random Glee edit kind of stuff. It's not just Glee, it's like every show is like kind of like the side stuff, like the behind the scenes things I'm just going to do all that stuff on the Patreon, just as like a little bonus content, basically. But yeah, been fun. Never going to do it again. I feel like it's just one of those shows that people just love to hate, and I can see why. I can really see why. But episode 13, I do hope it ends strong. That'd be nice if it ends strong. So if you enjoy, remember to leave a like. If you're new, remember to subscribe. And if you no more early and uncuts, if you want the uncuts to all the episodes, if you feel like going back through the reactions, then link to the Patreon page will of course be down below. And like I said, they'll have exclusive Glee content there anyway at some point, or January. So yeah, let's do this. Episode 13. Oh, is this William? This is like the OG.
Glee is about opening yourself up.
I don't know who this actually is. They had the picture forever, but start our last episode with Will. Could you think of anyone better? I mean, Rachel looks.
High school show choir.
It'd be weird.
The Sopranogasms.
I know who's going to win from that group.
The best high school show choir in America.
Well, they have to win. I felt like they would. Like, you know what? We need another celebration.
Nationals championship is the New Direction.
Yeah, no even build up because it's just so obvious. Yeah, no trophy. Why not? Why not? We need to get a trophy in there. Let's just start off with one. Glee, last episode. Okay.
Has decided to make McKinley an arts school.
Ah,
A very short time
right.
from now, you and I will be standing in the choir room. To be completely honest, Will, you happened. Over the last decade, school districts across the country have been facing
What was his compliments for him like throughout the show?
This is incredible news. Please.
Rosjan slapped his knee
anything I can do
and
to
burst
help,
into
just
song.
let me know.
Do it, Will.
What are you talking about? I'm gonna have you run the school.
Okay, what the fuck?
I beg your pardon?
I'm making you principal, Will. Congratulations.
Okay, so in the space of about 2 minutes, Will's won like a trophy for best like whatever, and now he's running the school.
Now remember, cookie is dessert. Okay, that is
3 months
appetizer.
later.
Best arts colleges in the world.
Oh my.
Cool. Can we focus on other characters, please? You've already wasted 5 minutes of the final ep.
It has been quite.
No, it's pretty cool. He's got his promotion. He's got his school. I'll let it slide.
Relax and have fun. And be in love.
Oh, so
Because if we don't
what
like
was the
something,
last
we
like
can-
5 seasons?
We can fix it. So no more bad guys.
Do you know when I shipped Emma and Will, like, not super hard, but I did ship them.
See that, Danny?
This is the first time I've seen Will's kid. I think it's the first time Will's seen his kid.
Been here since the very first ever Glee Club meeting.
Cool, I
Please,
think
everyone,
everyone's actually pissed
have a
about that. You fucking
So
what,
Mr.
Will?
Shu,
How are you going to teach all those Glee clubs and run a school?
I'm not. I'm actually not coaching any of them.
Not even the new.
You lot are gonna coach. Just gives them all a job.
I wanted to say farewell to you all.
Oh yeah, get your
A song
uke out.
prepared for this occasion.
Get your uke out, Will.
It's the message in the lyrics of this song.
Yeah, go on, Will. Bust out a tune. This has just been Will's episode all through and through. Where's like Santana, Brittany? I feel like I'm asking this every ep. Oh, that's actually crying, aren't they? Like, we're out of a job. What was the last scene they filmed? What was the last scene? There's always like the last scene. What is this one? It just feels like the actor's done it. It feels like the actors are like, it doesn't even feel like the characters anymore. Iron Will's crying. Oh, bless him. That's kind of wholesome. I just saw like a little animated kiss fly over to Rachel. So, right, shall we move on from Will now? Is that his time? Yeah, okay, cool. I want to focus on other characters. That was like 10 minutes of Will.
We see everybody. We see Rachel. We see Artie, Brittany, Santana, Kitty. It's a lot of fun.
Where are they?
I'm using all of my talent in my new job.
His new job. What? Could be like male stripper or something in it. It's time to throwback.
Are this year's new directions.
Who we got here then? A load of
Now,
characters.
I would like to introduce you all to your new teacher, Mr. Sam Evans.
Oh, he's the teacher, yeah.
No, you're
Yeah, I thought that was going to be the case.
Jealous? Yeah, I could not be more.
So this was
proud
meant to be
to pass the
Finn.
baton off to you.
Like Finn, correct me if I'm wrong, but they were writing Finn up to be the teacher, basically. Which would make sense, to be fair.
Be able to sing about hurt and loss.
I mean, I'm wrong. If you can make a country song sound good, then you've done well, haven't you? So,
I just want you guys to come in and listen because I have to get through this without crying.
good luck.
I have officially been picked up to be the opening act for Beyonce's New World Tour.
Jesus. Bloody hell. Not what I thought you were going to say, but fucking.
And I'll remember you guys for it.
Oh, dude.
No. We won't be seeing you guys for a while. Maybe even a long while.
Like 5 years?
I want to say goodbye my way with the song.
Yes, we're getting a Mercedes solo. That's what we like. Basically, like, just so you know, I'm onto bigger things, so I can't hang around with you peasants. Where's Brad the pianist? We need his ending. He said don't know more. Come on, he lied. She's actually dipping. She's out. Mercedes' last scene then. At least you got a solo. You can't complain with that. Bye Mercedes, I'll see you in the character tier list. And when I react to more Glee songs anyway. No, you don't have Mercedes go out any other way than that, to be fair. Damn. Imagine if everyone said goodbye to their friends like this. Hey, our Susie and we're gonna get her being booted out of the office.
Oh, hello, Orson. If it hadn't been for you, we would still be apart and we would still be miserable.
No, I think they were gonna find their way back to each other anyway.
The first moment I laid eyes on you, I truly didn't understand what I was looking at. With your hip approaches, knee-length sweaters.
It's the way she says stuff, fuck's sake.
But then I got to know you.
Yeah.
Even though you still constantly annoyed me.
And then the music changes instantly to piano.
You taught me things about myself.
Really?
That I would have never discovered on my own.
I don't know if we saw this side of Sue.
That, I think.
We did at times, I guess.
You're doing you. And that's swell.
That's what Blaine gets.
Same way about you.
Yeah, Fairs. I mean, he is something in season 5 and 6. Is it Becky? Yeah. Always been Becky and Sue, hasn't it?
I was coming to see you too.
Sure, and we get the slow-mo run, yeah. Why not? Why not? Would you have Sue and Becky do it any other way? Yeah, they've got to throw one side, yeah, sure. Does she not like slammed anyone into a locker yet? That's pretty tame for them too, actually. Hey, Brad the pianist, let's go.
I don't wanna talk.
Yeah. I didn't rate the Mercedes song. Like a 8. Will's was an 8. Yeah.
The winner takes it all.
Is she being like, you know what, Will? You're one, fair play.
Like I used to kiss you. Doesn't feel the same.
Do any of these actors still hang out? I know like Jenna and Kevin do, I think. Don't they have a podcast? Jesus. Right, God, these facial mannerisms are going in. I don't know what now, it's kind of wholesome, I guess. Sure.
I know why you want.
No, Brad! Brad broke his spine. We'll go with 6. 5 years later, what?
The Vice President Susil.
There's no way.
So much for being here.
Election 2020.
Victory rally could wait.
Yeah, bit off.
Will you be running for president in 2024?
You bet your sweet ass, Geraldo.
Well, folks,
Yeah,
you
they
heard it
didn't,
here first. The
so
Vice
in Glee World,
President,
COVID never
very much
happened.
Congratulations
That's
to you.
interesting.
And that is why I love you so much.
Yeah, sure. That was strange.
I love you
Oh, the camera, what the fuck? Oh, the afternoon, New York, yeah, sure.
School for Career Day and Celebrity.
So it's still 5 years later? Yeah, so now it's 5 years later.
The first LGBTQ version of Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf at Lincoln Center. So
Getting off 5 years later, Jesus.
place where it is safe and okay to be who you
They haven't
are.
aged a day. Their hair's just changed.
The 6 o'clock alarm would never ring.
It's Got pretty cool hair for a kid. Alright, Kurt, what's going on? Well, like, you know what? It's like with Harry Potter, like, we're gonna make them old by changing their hair and put them in different clothes. This is their last duet. It's so tame. Ugh. None of the songs have been last episode song material. Kurt and Blaine deserve better than that for their last song. So we're not on Rachel solo yet, so that's going to be there. Amazing. I'll go with like 6 for that. Oh, God. You know we're getting on Rachel solo. Come in. And surely Artie's got to have a song in there, surely. Maybe we'll have like a big joint effort one. There we go. Rachel solo song. Who's coming?
Hard to say goodbye to what I know.
Well, you got a Finn in there. They can't do no glimmers with surely. Hey. So she's going to Niada. That was what she's thinking. We're gonna get 5 years later with Rachel. It's a Rachel solo. It makes sense. There he is. Yeah, I was gonna say you're gonna have to. You know, with episodes like this when they're crying, you just know it's like the actual actors and stuff. Yeah, there's the Rachel note. I'm saying it's the best song of the episode as well. I feel like it fits what's going on in the app as well. Hey, her last big nose, surely. You got it. Nicely done. Good last song for her, I'd say. I'll go an 8.5. It was like a typical Rachel. Like, she had the notes that we know Rachel does, but it worked. 5 years later for Rachel, I'm actually curious about this. They're on just a fast track for all these characters. Like, yeah, they're all successful, they're all happy. Oh, Mercedes, not the last we saw over there.
Remember that movie that Artie wrote for you, but you were too busy on your own world tour, so he gave it to me? Well, it got a
oh, yeah.
festival.
Oh, right. So they all hang out still.
Kidding. You can have what I mean.
So those two what just happened? What did I just see? It happened so quickly, I just blanked on it. What?
Oh no, don't strain yourself.
I've been sweating my boobs off at Tracy Anderson's for the past 9 months.
She's pregnant. She's
Baby
pregnant, yeah.
now, but then after that,
Cool.
wants it back.
Well, we got you some.
She's pregnant.
Special place in Tribeca.
I mean, they actually got that pretty accurate. I mean, when Lee Michelle pregnant 5 years later from the end of it.
But now I want to hear your side.
That's pretty accurate. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna be the most amazing dad.
I can't wait for that.
Oh, here's my husband.
Because I'm ready
Oh, here's my husband. Sure, that fucking little line they shoved in. Right. It's just sad because we know who that was meant to be. It's so sad. I guess she ended up with him then.
So as a former Tony winner, I feel like I need to give you some pointers about what you're going to say when you
Sure.
get up there.
I don't see. I kind of wish it was Sam in a way. I'm not gonna lie, actually.
You're going to win.
I'd rather Sam than him. That's where I'm at with that mindset. Oh yeah, Will looks. I think they all look exactly the same. It's not like 1 year later. It's 5. You'd age a little bit. Oh, they're just getting on with the awards, aren't they? Why can't we do this in real life?
her one-woman Oni goes to
Rachel Berry.
Rachel Berry.
Oh yeah, you gotta act like your best friend just won a Tony. Did she win? No, I don't know. Actually, no. I don't know who wins Tonys and who doesn't. That was like a big dream then.
Person who's responsible for getting me on this stage tonight,
Will.
and that is Mr. Will Schuester.
Action Finn!
He taught me
This
the one
false one,
great
I guess.
thing
That would
that
be
all
nice if it was
teachers
Finn.
do, and there are so many.
But I guess
of
it
them
was
out
a husband
there,
right there.
and that is
Hey! That's awesome, yeah. I like that. I just waiting for my Finn shout out. Yeah, I don't know, like, oh, yeah, shout out Finn, even though my husband's right there. I guess maybe it wouldn't have story-wise, maybe. Fall 2020. God. They've all got like masks on. They're like
And delude themselves that they live in a world that cares one.
I just realised we're not Annie Santana. That's actually kind of tragic.
And the girl with the big nose ends up on Broadway. Glee is about imagining a world like that.
Oh,
And finding
Sam, when
courage to
Sam
open up your
cries.
heart.
Oh, it's different. Oh, it feels weird like Sue saying this stuff.
I am honored to be here to rededicate this theater to Finn Hudson.
Oh, yes, let's go. Oh, dude.
When you take that jump,
Or is it just the same song they've done a billion times? Oh! Oh! Diana, you are here.
hope when the crowd screams out.
Shove her in right at the end. That's crap.
Hope that you fall in love, and it hurts
Oh, they're all gonna start like coming out, aren't they? They got Santa. If they've got Diana there, then Santana's coming out. But it's so hard deciding on like the last song they were gonna do. The movies. Oh, flopped up a couple times randomly. Harry! Harry and this guy! Well, get Santana out. That pissed me off. Oh, thank fuck. I was gonna say, that would have been tragic. That would have been wild if they didn't have Santana and Brittany in there. They're getting everyone up there. We're good. Why are we up there though? What the fuck? Oh, what was it? Lauren, I think. Everyone's on stage then. Oh, well, I just know it's Ryder and... Is Marty here? Hey, she was doing super good at this point, maybe. Hey, look at that. Damn. That's cool. Is that it? Is that it? They, you know what? Their last shot was kind of Finn Hudson and like the picture. That was kind of wholesome actually. I like that as the last shot. Can't think of a better last shot. There probably is a better last shot somewhere in there, but I think that was a good way to end it. I don't know, like the last shot definitely, but yeah, they ended on the song. The song was like it was a good song, sure. I just feel like again, it must have been so hard picking the last song because they've done so many bangers as a group. Like they've done so many songs that have been better than all the songs they did in this episode. That yeah, it's going to be tricky to find those songs, but you know, none of them were bad. I felt like Rachel's solo was good, really good actually. I think maybe my favourite. Mercedes' solo was strong. Will's solo was actually really good, and then that ending there was decent. Blaines and Coast was weak, and then Sue and Will was like whatever. I guess it was like classic them kind of thing, but yeah, there we go, guys. That is episode 13 of Glee season 6, the final Glee episode. It's done. Ah, it is done. I feel like a weight has been lifted from my shoulders. It's just like I've been so ready to get this show done. It's just like, oh my god. And now it's done, and I don't know what to do in my life. What do I do now? No, obviously I've still got the character tier list, and we're going to do more Glee stuff anyway, but in terms of the actual show, it's finished. And in terms of this finale, I don't know, I've like mixed thoughts on it. I think it was kind of very cliche, like, oh, we're seeing the characters 5 years later, they're all happy, they all still know each other, they're all, you know, they made us all happy in knowing that they're all still friends, and RT and Tina are together. Like, what the fuck? Blaine and Kurt are still together. Rachel's pregnant with whatever his name is. I forgot his name already. Him. I know, you know, it's meant to be Finn, so I kind of get it, but yeah, and she wanted Tony. All their dreams came true, kind of thing. Sue's vice president is just like, of course, we've got to give her a ridiculous ending, but yeah, no one was in a bad place, and they weren't going to do that because it's Glee. You know, they're going to have them all be happy. So I get it. It's funny. Like I said this like at some point in season 6 of Glee, anyway. I think, but this is one of those shows where the finale was probably going to be better than Game of Thrones because, as I said, I didn't have any expectations with this finale, and you know, I wasn't going into this like, oh my god, this better be the best finale I've ever seen, and they better wrap everything up so nice. And they did wrap everything up. I think, to be fair, I could be, you know, not thinking of other things, but I don't think they left any like loose ends with the show. I think they gave everyone their ending. I think it would have been so nice if we had more with like Santana and Brittany. I was very confused as to why those two weren't in this episode more. Like Diana, I kind of get because you know she hasn't been in the show for a while anyway. But Santana and Brittany, that just felt weird because they still had like big stories in the final season. I know they haven't been in the ending as much, but so yeah, that was the one where I was like, you could. like you focused 10 minutes on Will, but didn't give anything to Santana and Brittany. It's kind of like, oh, come on. Let's see what people say on track to see if there's anything else I'm missing. But yeah, I think it was like a good ending. It was a good, nice ending. I'm not blown away by it. I wasn't expecting to be. None of the songs really blew me away. I think they were all at least good. Let's read these spoilers. Did you notice how Rachel's movements in the mirror reflection and hers sitting in front of the mirror were off? What? I don't know. I actually teared up a bit during this episode, especially when Rachel won the Tony. Yeah, that bit almost got me, actually. That was the one bit that almost got me when she won the Tony. I was like, oh, that was kind of wholesome, but not quite. I'm not a big fan of her marrying Jesse, but I guess I can be okay with that. Tina was gorgeous in this episode. I'm so glad she and Artie got together. Yeah, that was random. I was happy to see everyone reunite. Goodbye, Glee. I forgive you for becoming a mess. I'll miss you. Yeah, it did become a bit of a mess, but yeah, these reviews are from 2015, Jesus. I just can't believe how perfect the last minutes were. The 2 episodes final were amazing. Made me relive all these years I watched Glee. Just beautiful. How long have I been doing it? 2018. 3 years. Fuck me, I've been doing this for 3 years. That is ridiculous if I have. I think I have. Let me see when the first episode went up on Patreon. Season 1. I can't find it. I forgot. Maybe I tiled the episodes. I don't know. I'll save the character tiers when I find it. I don't want to search for too long, but that's. I think I have been doing this for. Oh wait, I kind of have it here. So. Not episode 1, but I have episode 14. Episode 14 on Patreon. I uploaded on August 27th, 2019. So 2020, 2021. So that was 2 years ago. So yeah, I did have that like 6-month break from, I think, season 1 episode 9 or something like that, or 8. So I did have a 6-month break in there. So there's like 8 episodes in there where I started. Then obviously had a big break and then I did get back into it. So we'll say 2 years. It's been a 2-year and a bit journey as I'm recording this, which is a long, long time. But I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I finished it. Would have, I think seasons 1, 2, and 3 were definitely the peak of it, and I'm glad I have those kind of memories of those episodes because they had some very strong episodes. Like love or hate the show, you can't deny they did have some very, very strong episodes and strong storylines to kind of go alongside it. I don't have many. There are flaws with season 1, 2, and 3 for sure, but in terms of like just looking back on it, there's not much I can really show on with seasons 1, 2, and 3. And yeah, I could go over again why I hated 4, 5, and 6, but I'm not going to do that. I think it's just like focus on the good stuff with it. They did have some great stories. They had some great characters. They were very it's annoying saying progressive because he's talking about Glee, but in terms of you think of 2009 when the show came out, like the storylines they were kind of showing were stories that not many shows were doing. I can't think of. There were obviously shows that were doing those storylines, I'm sure, but in terms of being on that level of mainstream media and how popular this show was, this was one of the, I think, biggest shows that were kind of showing characters like Kurt and Blaine and Coach Beast, for example, like showing these characters unique as well, like showing characters like that kind of forefront in a show that big. I'm sure that there are other shows, but I'm thinking of like on that level of popularity. There probably is a couple, but I just can't think of any. And obviously now, like we have Sex Education, and 2021 we have like so many shows that kind of show that. But it's 2009. That's like what 12 years ago now. So I think 12 years ago. It's not even that long really, but for back then to have stories like that, very different, and you can't fault the show for that. So happy they had that, and even those stories aside, they had great ones with like Finn and Rachel and all these characters. I'm going to remember them for a long time, and this isn't a show I'll soon forget, for better or for worse, we'll say that. But yeah, jeez, feels weird. 2 years of my life, and it's done. Finally. Obviously I've got other shows as well, and I'm going to have other shows replace Glee, so now bring in more shows. We've got more shows coming. I've got 3 shows I'm actually planning on reacting to soon that I've got dates for, but they're at a later date, so we're going to replace, as fans of Friends have been waiting to hear, I'm replacing Glee with another episode of Friends, so we're going to get 2 Friends episodes a week now instead. But, you know, I'm going to bring back shows like Buffy, Shameless, Angel we have as well, Merlin I need to get like properly back into. There's so many shows I've kind of stopped doing that, you know, I started around the same time I started Glee that are going to come back, and then there's 3 new shows that I plan on doing, and then I just bring in random shows like Squid Game as well, and it's like I feel like Glee being done is just nice to, you know, not feel so overbeared with too many shows, so it's like now that I can start checking these shows off, and Glee is the first of many that I'm going to start checking off. So yeah, really enjoyed this. Rating for the episode, I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. I think it was a very good ending. It wasn't terrible. I don't think there's anywhere close to like a terrible or bad ending. I think it was good enough, but I wasn't like blown away by it or anything. But again, I didn't go into this episode expecting to be blown away by the finale, we'll say that. So 7.5 out of 10 for the finale. For season 6, block news. Let me rate these episodes now. So we'll go 7 for the finale. So it got 84% on track, it's pretty high. For season 6, I'm going to go a 7 out of 10. I think this was way better than 5. Not as good as 1, 2, 3, and 4, but way better than 5. So I'm going to give season 6 a base 7 out of 10. I was impressed by it at times. There was like some weak episodes in there for sure, like episode 3, 4, 5, and then 9 and 10. There was quite a few actually, but I really liked the ending. I actually really loved the last episode as well. I think maybe I preferred that in some ways, but that was really good. The wedding episode was fantastic. Transitioning, What the World Needs Now, Homecoming was good, and then the premiere was good. So yeah, I think it was like decent enough, to, you know, for like a final season of Glee. And then as for Glee as a whole, this is the hard one. What do we rate Glee? Season 1, 7 out of 10. Season 2, 8 out of 10. Season 3, 8 out of 10. Season 4, 7. Season 5, 4 out of 10. And season 6, 7 out of 10. There'll be like 7 point something or 8 point something, I can't remember of course. But what do I give Glee as a whole? I think nowhere near an 8. It's 5 and 6 really bring it down from being anywhere close to an 8. But I wouldn't go as low as a 6, because again, seasons 1, 2 and 3. I'll go a 7. But you know, it's not an 8, it's not a 6. We'll go 7 just like I gave. I know it's such a like neutral rating. I think 7 sounds about right though. It's like a good show. And it's not one I'm going to forget, and these characters are not characters I'm going to forget. It's not typically my kind of show with like, you know, musical stuff. It's not, but it was great. It was a fun time. It was a fun time. I just wish they kind of stuck to landing with 4, 5, and 6 a bit better, and then this could have been one of the greats, but it's not quite there. So, and some of the shit they came out with, and some of the storylines they came out with, my god, maybe a 7's a bit too high. I don't know. Yeah, I think 7 might be too high. I don't know, just because of the second half of the show. And again, like, yeah, I'll go 6.8 out of 10. I think it was close to 7. 7 just seems too high to me. I can't quite give it a 7. Maybe that will change. I need to think about it. If I change the rating, I'll let you know in the character tier list. But 7 to me, for Glee, just sounds like a ridiculous kind of rating. I can't. Like, yeah, season 2 and 3 were fantastic, but you still have, like, you have season 5 there. That's like the one season that really brings it. If season 5 wasn't there, I'd give it a 7, no questions asked, but season 5 exists, and there was still some garbage in the other seasons as well. You can't deny 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6, there was still some bad storylines, so, yeah, we'll go a 6.8 out of 10 for Glee. Yeah, there we go. Jeez, we're done. We're done. That was mad. Thank you guys so much for watching these. I have had fun, not in every episode, but I've had fun doing this show. And I hope you guys have had fun kind of watching these reactions. 2 years done. Of course, rest in peace to Corey and Naya, since obviously the show ended as well. And rest in peace to Mark as well. Like, yeah, it's sad. It's sad what kind of happened to some of these actors here, but well, there's no but about it. It's just, yeah, it's just sad. Trying to look at the other actors now. I'm trying to think of all these actors that have done much else. I think Harry's done really well for himself. He obviously went on to do Shadowhunters, and I think he's going to be in the second Crazy Rich Asians. I know he's in the ending of the first one, so Melissa did well. I'm just talking about acting wise. Obviously Darren has smashed it. Lee Michelle I've not actually seen do too much now I think about it. Obviously Kevin and Jenna have gone on to do their podcast. Yeah, I'd say the most recognisable that I can see from here is Darren. Obviously he went on to do Versace. And there's something else I've seen him in. Oh, Hollywood. He went on to do Hollywood of course as well. So what he's got some. I'm on his upcoming films now. He's got some stuff in the mix. A Muppets film. I'll just say I cannot stand the Muppets. I can't, but yeah, there we go guys. Thank you for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. I will of course have the character tier list up in a couple of weeks, whether you're watching this on Patreon or YouTube. I'm going to give it a week and then film it, so a couple of weeks where we'll talk more about the characters and their journeys, but I've had a lot of fun doing these, so I'll see you next time for whatever show I'll see you on. Of course, Patreon will be down below if you want to join us over on there, where exclusive kind of Glee content, like reacting to... There was a video I found on YouTube, it was like every character's best song that they performed in the show. I'm going to react to that on Glee, and then just react to like a compilation of all the songs and stuff like that, so that'll be fun to do. And any other suggestions for, you know, reacting for Glee stuff? It's not going to be constant, it's just going to be a few videos here and there, but let me know down below, and I'll see you, yeah, whenever I see you next. It feels weird always ending these last episodes of shows, like with Teen Wolf and Pretty Little Lies. It always felt weird doing the last episode because it's so much time dedicated to a show, and you just kind of like, I'm just going to switch off the camera and it's all done. So I'll just get it over with and get it done. Take care guys, thanks for watching these videos, until next time, peace.